Marathon is finally about to launch, and the developers have started explaining how seasons are going to work. If you've played games like Destiny, Diablo, or other seasonal live service games, some of this will feel familiar, but Marathon is doing a few things a little differently. Seasons in Marathon are expected to last about 3 months. Every new season brings fresh content and gameplay changes that shake up how you survive, how you progress, and how you build your character throughout the season. The idea is that Marathon is meant to feel like a living universe. As seasons roll on, the world of Tau Ceti will keep evolving, both because of new content and because of what the players discover in the story. You'll slowly uncover what happened to the lost colony and what's really going on aboard the massive Marathon ship hanging in orbit. Each seasonal update is planned to add new gameplay elements, things like gear, runner shells, zones, events, and more. And importantly, all of this content will be free for everyone playing the game. There are no paid expansions or DLC packs required to access new seasonal content. But now here's where Marathon leans into the extraction shooter idea a bit harder. Every season starts with a full progression reset. Everyone begins the season with basically nothing. No gear, no stash of powerful weapons, and no progression advantages. It's a complete fresh start for the entire community. From there, the goal is to climb. You start out weak, learning the world and surviving however you can. As you complete contracts and upgrade your factions, you unlock stronger base stats and better gear options in the armory. So progression isn't just about the loot you extract with, it's also about increasing your power floor and expanding the tools available to you. As the season goes on, recovering from losses becomes easier, your builds become more refined, and you'll be able to tackle harder contracts, tougher zones, and stronger enemy runners. Eventually, you'll start pushing into the real endgame activities. That means climbing the ranked ladder, preparing for high-risk runs in the Cryo Archive, and chasing the most valuable loot and seasonal rewards. And then towards the end of the season, when players are fully geared and things start getting a little chaotic, everyone knows a fresh reset is coming soon. It becomes that moment where people say, you know what, let's just send it, and start risking their best gear in high-stakes runs. When the new season arrives, progression resets again. That includes your gear, your contracts, faction progression, and player level. But not everything gets wiped. You of course keep cosmetics that you've earned or purchased, titles, achievements, and other seasonal rewards. Your codex progress also carries forward, which is important because uncovering the mysteries of Tau Ceti is meant to take time across multiple seasons. Some progression elements also carry over, like liaison contracts, so you don't have to unlock the factions again every single season. The goal behind these resets is to keep the game dangerous, keep loot meaningful, and make it easier for new or returning players to jump in without feeling permanently behind everyone else. Now, let's talk about Season 1. Season 1 is called Death is the First Step, also shortened to First Step. This season kicks off the story on Tau Ceti IV, where multiple factions are competing to figure out what happened to the 30,000 colonists from New Cascadia. As a runner, you are basically a contractor sent into this extremely hostile environment to explore, scavenge, and uncover the truth. When you first arrive on Tau Ceti IV, you'll be exploring the planet's surface, but eventually, the community will discover a way to reach the derelict UESC Marathon ship that's floating above the planet. Once players unlock that route into orbit, the fourth zone, called Cryo Archive, becomes available. This is the endgame zone aboard the Marathon ship, where players will deal with security puzzles, frozen vaults, and something on the ship that even the UESC seems to fear. Later in March, Ranked Mode will also unlock. This will test your survival skills against other players as you try to extract valuable loot and climb the competitive ladder for exclusive seasonal rewards. Season 1 will also bring events, quality of life improvements, balance adjustments, new implants, a new weapon, and a few other surprises. At launch, the game will already include a full set of content to get players started. That means the complete faction and contract progression system. 6 different factions, including the Sekiguchi Genetics, and 6 runner shells, including one called Thief. There will also be 3 starting zones, with another zone called Outpost, unlocking the day after launch. The idea is to give players time to gear up before entering that area, which requires runner level 12. On top of that, players will have access to 28 weapons at launch, along with mods, implants, cores, and other build crafting options. You'll also be able to earn cosmetics, achievements, and story entries through the Codex. Looking further ahead, Season 2 is already planned and is called Nightfall. This season will start to show the consequence of everything players have been doing on Tau Ceti. Your presence hasn't gone unnoticed, and the UESC begins responding more aggressively to the chaos that players are causing. Nightfall will introduce a nighttime version of a zone called Dire Marsh. Fighting there becomes much more dangerous once the lights go out and the UESC reinforcements start flooding the area. Season 2 will also introduce a new runner shell, new weapons, mods, cores, and additional contracts. One of the bigger new systems coming in Nightfall is something called the Cradle. This system is designed to give players more control over the strengths and weaknesses of their runner shells, essentially letting you shape your playstyle more directly. The overall goal for Marathon is that the game should feel noticeably different as time goes on. A year from now, the world, the systems, and the gameplay should have evolved significantly as new seasons introduce fresh mechanics, story developments, and ways to play. And at the center of it all is the mystery of Tau Ceti. What really happened to the colony? What's hidden aboard the Marathon ship? And what kind of consequences might come from digging into secrets that were never meant to be uncovered? Now, what I would love to hear from you guys is, what platform will you be playing the game on? Will it be PC, PS5, or Xbox? Let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate all your support, and bear in mind, with Season 1 launching and the first expedition beginning, this is basically the starting point for Marathon's long journey. And if everything goes according to plan, the story of Tau Ceti is only just getting started.